welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on GT Sport and we're back with a track guide for today's GR.2 daily race. It's the race C that's taking place at Suzuka. I've jumped on this morning as I've had a little bit of spare time to jump on very early and put a reasonable lap time together. It's nothing super special. I just wanted to do a base lap just to get myself a reasonable lap time in, and then I can go back and edit the footage and go back now and give you guys as much information in how you're going to be able to improve your lap time as I can give to you. So obviously this lap was about half, I think there's probably at least half a second more that I can push into this, and it's the daily race obviously that's on today, so hopefully this will help you out. I think, you know, this car, I chose to go this car around this time because I did the Lexus last time, so I just wanted to just try something different. You know, I've tried this at Nürburgring GP. I enjoy driving this car now. We did drive the Lexus here last time and I really enjoyed driving the Lexus. It was probably my favourite car in the game. However, I wanted to try the NSX just to see how it compares, and I actually think for me the NSX is probably going to be a little bit faster at this track. It's very close. I've pretty much hit the same time, but I think the Lexus I did 48.8. This have done exactly the same. However, I got this time a lot quicker and a lot easier. It could just be getting used to the GR2 cars also. Obviously for this track guide we've not got any traction control or any CSA counter steer assist on, as I mean, if you want to use the counter steer assist, feel free to. It probably will make you a little bit faster. I have noticed that pretty much everyone is using it in the top 10 on the leaderboard that has been on there so far. So let's go through to this track guide anyway. So going into turn 1, we're going to look out to brake as late as possible. Pretty much you're not really going to put any braking pressure on. You can see there you're just lifting off the throttle and you're going to do really gentle trail braking into this corner. You can see there, really gentle all the way through the corner. We've had to use the replay footage for this as there's an error with, again, the recordings have been playing up. So again, you want to stay nice and close to the apex and then slowly get on the power and then accelerating out as hard as you can now into 4th gear, and then again you're going to start steering into this corner very early because you want to clip your left hand tyre on that bit of curb on the left hand side. See there, you just want to skim that bit of green Astro. You don't want to go over it because it'll unsettle the car. Just skim it there, and then again you're going to go back down to 3rd gear, lift off the throttle to help the rotation of the car and steer very early into that corner and skim again the curb. Don't take too much of the curb as it will unsettle the car. And then you're going to see there, we're going to lift off the throttle again just to help the turn in and get the car into this apex and then get back on that power. And then coming into this right hander, what you want to do is really lift and downshift and then just let the car just coast through the corner. You want to stay as tight to this right hand side as possible. Don't let the car go over to that left hand side because you need to stay where that middle arrow is. You want to stay to that right hand side and then aim to get it in on that last arrow. You really want to swing it into this corner and get on the power and stay on the power as much as possible. You can do that without lifting. Or I had to give it a fraction of a lift, which probably lost me a tenth or so. But you know, you can do that without lifting. Then going into this really fast corner, I use the 50 board as a reference as you're turning and where to just lift off slightly. Don't down gear it, stay in 5th gear and then aim to hit that little bit of green Astro. Your right hand tyre really wants to skim that. You see there, pretty much getting that spot on. Then down into 3rd gear for the second part of the right hander, and you can see again you want to try and skim your right hand tyre on that bit of green Astro again there. So you can see attacking it reasonably well, getting on the power reasonably early, and we come out through that corner reasonably well. And now you want to look for the tricky braking zone. This is where you want to brake pretty much as your car's in a straight line. You can see there, once your car's in a straight line there, you're coming off the throttle and you're going to start braking very hard and downshifting aggressively for this left hander, this tight left hander. Down into 1st gear, I like to stay really close to the apex. A lot of people prefer staying really wide. I do sometimes lose out, but when you get it perfectly like really get on the power early and get it done right, you can gain a bit of time. And you can see there, once you've got the car straightened up, that's when you're going to put maximum power down and really accelerate out the corner and work your way into this really long flowing left hand corners that are up here now. I use for the braking reference now, there's a bit of grey tarmac on the right hand side there. I use that as a guide pretty much on any car, just to, whether you're a bit past it, a bit shorter. You can see we're pretty much on that grey part of the track there as you brake and go down gears. Then you're going to come into this left hand and you want to get the left hand tyre to skim the apex of that curb. You really want to try and keep it to the left hand side. We slightly miss the apex, nearly hitting it, but just slightly off, and then get on the power really early. I do a slight short shift into 4th gear there. Don't let it rev too hard just in case it unsettles the rear, and then accelerating hard all the way up into the flat out corner. For this corner up here, you do not need to lift. it is 100% flat out. Just put real gentle steering inputs in. You can see you don't want to scrub too much speed off. So what you're doing now is you're just going to really gentle put the steering inputs in and aim to hit that left hand tyre pretty much on that curb like there, and then just slowly feed the car back over to the left hand side, as again you don't want to scrub speed off, and then braking just short of the 100 board there. You can see that's your reference. You're braking a little bit short of that. Pretty much where we are now is we're going to put the braking inputs in and get on the brakes really hard down into second gear, and then again you want to take a lot of this curb off on the right hand side. You want to aim to hit your right hand tyre over that green part of Astro there, and then again for the second part of the chicane you're going to do something very similar where you're going to attack the left hand tyre over that bit of the Astro, and then you're going to try and get on the power as early as you can. Just be very careful at putting the power down on this corner exit. So too early and you will spin it. You can see there I tend to upshift very early from second gear to third gear just to dull that power bit, and then stay all the way over to the right hand side of the track for the shortest distance to the finishing line. We go over the line at 1 minute 48.8. Like I say, there's at least half a second to come off that, but I'm reasonably happy with that. What I'm going to leave on screen now is obviously the same lap, just taken from the chase camera. So for anyone that's using the pad that uses this view, it's just a bit more of a larger view for you to watch the lap back. Anyway guys, I hope this video helps you out. Hope it improves some of your lap times here. Maybe if it just knocked, even if it knocked 2-3 tenths off, that could be the difference between starting first to maybe 8th. You know how competitive these races are. Hopefully I've got a race uploaded later today from the race I've just done before. I did it before, straight after doing this lap I did a race, and it was a really enjoyable race to be in. Again, I am enjoying the competition on this game, even at that time in the morning. Really great racing. So make sure you check that video out later today. It's going to be uploaded today, and we'll be back with more GT Sport videos. I'm going to try and do more track guides as much as possible, although it is fairly hard because I do like doing the races. Obviously they're a little bit more, they're more entertaining sometimes, but these videos can be really helpful, I think, in terms of just knocking off that vital few temps to get yourselves further up the grid, and then that's just going to help your DR and everything, because the further up the grid you are in general, the cleaner it is in races. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Click that notification button so you don't miss any future videos. We're uploading at least once a day on GT Sport at the moment, sometimes twice. So do make sure you subscribe if you're into GT Sport at the moment. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll be back very soon.